Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Alex, the Comic Reporter. Thank you so much for clicking play on this video today. I've got a pre-code horror haul for you guys, and in my opinion, this could be one of the greatest single best pre-code horror hauls on YouTube right now. So hopefully you guys are excited. Here we go. Check out this channel sponsor, which is Shortbox. It's the easiest way to buy and sell graded comic books. It really does help when you use the link in the description below to download the app. All right, so in the last haul, I said that I went to a record store and found some amazing pre-code books. I'm going to review those right now. It's just incredible. Black Cat number 50, and this is a Lee Elias cover. And here's the receipt. Paid $800 for this book, and then $75 for the next one I'll show. So amazing book there. Chamber of Chills number 19, once again another Lee Elias, very famous book. Paid $75 for this one, and then went back another 3-hour round trip to pick up Venus number 19, and I've had some really good offers on some of these books already. Not sure if I want to sell these or any of these right now, because I've got, you know, kind of a nice little pre-code horror set going on, as DS would say, call it a set. I've got a nice set going on, and I wasn't really a pre-code horror collector, but as of right now I'm really enjoying these. I think they're awesome, so I might just be enjoying them for a little bit longer while they're in my collection. I mean, if a deal comes along where it's too good to be true, I would definitely consider that, which some of these offers have been pretty serious offers, so thank you guys for doing that, but definitely not soliciting any other offers by any means, just letting you guys know that probably these are going to stay in my collection for a while. So I've written down some notes here. I will go ahead and once again tell you guys, I don't know much about pre-code horror. I'm not very super familiar with the artist. So a lot of these books, I probably won't be able to tell you who the cover artist is or who interior artists are, but I will be able to tell you the date these books were published, who the publishing company was, and then a little bit about the census number. And of course, I will share with you guys what I paid for some of these books, and then the relative condition, if there's tape on them or what's going on with these books. But yeah, I'm super excited. If you're brand new here, hit that subscription button, hit that bell to be notified, and also if you guys could take a second, check out that link in the description below for Shortbox, but also hit the thumbs up if you can. It's really simple. It really does help me out emotionally. I think I love the positive affirmation from you guys. I think I'm a words of affirmation guy, so definitely let me know with a thumbs up, and then also let me know down in the comments that I'm doing an okay job. So thank you guys once again for everything you do. I can't thank you enough. Not sure what order to go with these, but I'll just start here. So this is the first book. This is Unknown World. So if you type in like on Key Collector, if you type in on some other unknown worlds and you actually accidentally make it plural, it may not find this book. This is Unknown World number 1. Now I will tell you, I do know the artist on this one, and it's Norman Saunders. He's a really famous like Ziff Davis painted cover artist, really in the pulp style, because obviously this was in very much so that pulp era of publishing. But this is a Fawcett comic from June of 1952. It's a Norm Saunders. And this one's going to be in that 2.5, 3.0 grade range. I paid $125 for this one. Kind of paid up for this one and didn't get any discounts. Just really appreciated being able to look at these. And this one has 26 total on the census, 24 of those being Universal Blue Label grades, and then it has a 9.0 as the highest. So I paid $125 for this book. I think it's one of those classic horror covers where you've got this damsel in distress and this ghostly skeleton phasing through the locked door at her. Great Norm Saunders cover. I think you would definitely agree. There's a little tape down here and a little tape up top as well. Both staples are attached. Really great book. Love this thing. Next up is This Magazine is Haunted number 9, and this is a Fawcett publication. So these two are both Fawcett publications. This one is from February of 1953, and it's a Sheldon Moldoff cover. I picked it mostly because of the good girl on the cover, and you've got this ghoul coming out of this ghost coming out of the ground. You've got the guy with a lantern, and then you've got Dr. Death there. And from what I have learned from like DS is I believe Dr. Death was potentially like the narrator of these stories. Either way, really cool background with the haunted, scary house, this guy coming out of the grave, the great good girl art, blonde in the red dress. Really, really great book. I paid $50 for this one. This one was actually one of the cheaper books, and it's in pretty decent condition other than the fact that it's got tape up and down the spine. I think this collector originally was really preemptive with his conservation of these books. He wanted to hold them together, make sure they weren't falling apart or anything like that, because this one is attached at both staples very firmly, yet he still decided he wanted to put a piece of tape there. Not sure why, but I paid $50 for this one. For this one, there are 18 on the census, all of which are Blue Label Universal, and the highest grade is a 9.2. So here's this really great. This magazine is Haunted, Fawcett Comics number 9, and from 1953. Okay, I'm kind of out of order here. This is Chamber of Chills number 7. Awesome, awesome cover. I see this book when it's passing through like classic covers or stuff like that. There are just tons of skeletons, but notice the lady in the background is chained by her neck and also bound behind her hands. Pretty gruesome stuff here. You've got these lizards or salamanders or something coming out of the pipe. You've got a skeleton or somebody trying to hold this door shut or close this door, sealing the exit. You've got skeletons coming out of their graves, coming out of their caskets, and you've got a skeleton there with a sword driven through the skull with, spider webs coming, spider webs on the head. You've got spider crawling down. This one does have tape, a piece of tape up here, a piece of tape on this top staple, which this cover is also attached. So a piece of tape on the top staple and tape down to here to the next staple, a piece of tape on that staple, and then another piece of tape all the way down to the bottom. Tape, tape, tape galore. This collector loved tape. This one was $60. Here's some information on this one. It's a Harvey publication from April 1952. Al Avison cover. There are 40 on the census, 39 of which are Blue Universal grades, and the highest grade on this one is a 9.0. This one is crazy. Chamber of Chills. Love this title and so happy to have a ton more of these books. All right, next up you've got Chamber of Chills number 6. You can see a little bit of staining right here on the C. And you've got some tape. It looks like a piece of tape at the top, piece of tape on this staple, a little bit of tape through the middle, and on the bottom. This is a Lee Elias cover. And number 6 is, like I said, Harvey publication, December 1952. Lee Elias cover, 31 on the census, 30 of which are Universal Blue labels, and the highest grade on this book is a 9.2. You've got this monster here, swamp monster or sewer monster or subway monster, and you've got him holding this lady in the red dress. I don't know where the rest of her body went. Got some color loss there by her, and yeah, it's probably like a 2.0. 2.5, just great. He's got the stoplight, and you got some folks down here discovering the carnage. Once again, great book. Paid $60 for this one. All right, this one is Chamber of Chills number 21. I paid $70 for this one. It does have like one continuous piece of tape up and down the spine. I've checked all of these. They're all the covers are attached. No missing centerfolds. Centerfolds are all attached on all of these books. Just decided to tape. So yep, Chamber of Chills number 21 Harvey from January of 1954. This is a Lee Elias cover. Lee, L-E-E, Elias, E-L-I-A-S, Lee Elias. And this one has 38 on the census, 36 of which are Blue Universal labels, and this 9.2 is the highest grade on this book. This is definitely like a 3.0, 3.5, maybe even 4.0 without the tape. So I'm not sure what the tape would do to this. It's definitely a solid looking, great book. Love the purples, love the Chamber of Chills logo, and you've got this. Everyone's just dying. The shock of your life awaits you in, Nose for News. So we've got this chain smoking reporter, pretty much just dead. I guess he worked to death. I'm not sure. Very, very cool. beautiful, beautiful book, honestly. If you can get the tape off, man, if somebody has like super tricks at how to get tape off, these would be incredible. Next up, oh, I love this book. This one's so cool. Tomb of Terror, Harvey publication. I paid $65 for this book. I really do feel like at these prices, it's like, why wouldn't you buy these ones? It does have a chip up there at the top, and then it's got a piece of tape down here. I'm not sure if the glare can catch that, but a piece of tape like right here attached to both staples, looking really good. No tape above this W, so looks really, really nice. Other than that, man, I don't know what that little chip corner would do to the grade. Maybe a 2.5, 3.0. It's pretty a safe bet when they're not trashed, and that's pretty much like the major damage on the book. So Tomb of Terror, number 11. This one is a Harvey publication from September of 1953. Lee Elias cover. I don't know if he signed it anywhere. Nope. But you've got these floating heads. How spooky would that be? Floating heads. And you've got the damsel in distress lady, blonde lady in the red dress. Tomb of Terror, number 11 from 1953. Lee Elias cover. 22 on the census, 21 of which are universal. 9.4 is the highest grade in this. This would definitely not be close to that highest grade with that little chunk missing there, but otherwise pretty darn nice. Next book up is Tomb of Terror number 6. This is from, well, it says November on there. This is a Harvey publication from December of 1952. So November, December 1952. This is a Lee Elias cover, and you got this zombie coming out of the grave. Return from the grave. Incredible. What does this guy have in his hand? A shovel, and the other one has a lantern. This one, let's see, one continuous piece of tape all the way up and down the spine, attached at both staples. There is a spine split right here. Probably goes from like right about there down to that staple, I think. Or right above, yeah, it goes down to the staple. So it may actually be detached at this staple. Can't quite remember. But anyways, this one is Tomb of Terror number 6, November, December of 1952. Lee Elias cover. There's 31 on the census, 30 of which are blue universal. And the highest grade on this one is a 9.2. Pretty neat cover there. Love this thing. I paid $65 for this one and $65 for this one. Don't know if I said what I paid for this one, but $75 for that one. All right, this one is Chamber of Chills, number 14. I paid $65 for this one. I've got Knocked Out. Is this the same lady in this book? Because, I mean, she looks the same. There's the signature. I think that's a date stamp. Or, yeah, it's 1952, it says on the foot. Lee Elias signed. You've got the lady in the red dress, completely passed out of fear or falling off the ladder. I'm not sure. Down to death. Chamber of Chills number 14. On this one, it's a Harvey publication. As a lot of these, I love these Harveys. They're so great. You know, Harvey goes beyond Richie Rich and some of those titles. But this one's Harvey, November 1952. Lee Elias cover. 29 on the census, 28 of which are blue universal, and the highest grade on this one is a 9.2. Definitely make sure that you're checking out people like Lee Polanski, DS Comics, Anna Love are the experts at this stuff. I'm just like a hack that stumbled upon a pretty amazing collection, and I paid $65 for that one. So I'm trying to learn. I've been watching tons of videos. Simple Man's Comics has a good video. Golden Guys have good videos. Tales from the Flip Side have good videos on Golden Age stuff. So definitely trying to learn from them. Anna Love has some really amazing Instagram. So definitely check out those other sources. Don't come to me for knowledge on these things, because I'm definitely not the source of knowledge on these. I'm just a hack that found some of these books. Black Cat Mystery, number 44, paid $100 for this one. It's a Lee Elias cover. There is tape right here. As you can see, it's not a great tape job, and it's old tape. So I'm wondering if I could like chip that off at some point, but there is a spine split right above it where the cover kind of chipped off. Little tape right here. It is attached at both staples. I can promise you that, because I don't know if you can see that staple there, but it is attached right there. And also nicely attached right there too. So Black Cat Mysteries number 44. Something about the story in this is really good, so I'll definitely be reading this one and checking it out. Reading horror like novels and books or movies is not really my jam of entertainment, but I heard these are well written, and this one is also one of those ones that I heard the story inside was kind of what the key about this one is. So Black Cat Mystery number 44. And let's see about this one. This one is a Harvey publication, obviously, from June of 1953. Lee Elias cover, 22 on the census, all of which are Blue Universal. 9.2 is the highest grade on this one. This would definitely be like 1.8 to 2.0 in this condition. There's a piece of tape at the top. Yeah, tape galore. Paid $100 for this one. I do really like this Black Cat Mystery line, and I'm happy to have that. The next one up is also Black Cat Mystery. So this is Black Cat Mystery number 40. Paid $100 for this one as well. I believe there's tape, one continuous piece of tape from about here all the way down to the very bottom. You've got this crazy monster there. Tons of small people, one in his hand. Just a pile of people, one trying to get away. Crazy book here. Like I said, paid $100 for this one. Black Cat Mystery number 40. And this one is a Harvey publication from October. Yep, and it says October there, so that's great and consistent. 1952. There's 18 on the census, all of which are Blue Universal, and the highest grade on this one is a 9.0. Yeah, I like it when these match up. This date right here matches up with the information that's on my comic shop. That's where I get a lot of my information on who's the cover artist. There's the Harvey logo right there. All right, next up is, one of my favorites in this collection, Beware Terror Tales, number 8. Now, I know DS has a copy or had a copy of this one. Beautiful witch's cauldron. And one thing that DS pointed out before, and here's that Dr. Death or whoever that is, because this is a faucet book, so it could be Dr. Death again, like one of those early faucet books. What DS pointed out was it's interesting. Usually it's the person being dipped or, being terrified of being shoved into the cauldron or the vat of whatever. And in this one, that person's long gone. They were shoved into that thing quite a while ago. So this one does have one continuous piece of tape, I believe, from here. Nope. It's got a piece of tape just right in the middle of the book. Yeah, like right there. One piece of tape right there. I'm telling you, if I could get that tape off. This one was $150. DS said you don't see this one very often. It's not in bad condition. It's really not in super ratty bad condition. There might be a little bit of tape there. I can't see because there's some scuffing on the bag, just a little bit. Yeah, there's one little piece of tape right here as well. Spine doesn't look terrible. I mean, too terrible. There might be some spine splits. Yeah, there's a little bit of spine split, but attached at both staples. So maybe 3.0 on this one. Not terrible. 150 on this one. So Beware Terror Tales number 8 faucet from July 1953. There are 22 on the census, 21 of which are Universal, and their 9.4 is the highest grade on this one. Beware Terror Tales. Awesome witches cover. All right, Beware Terror Tales number 2. Okay, for some reason, I decided to pay up on this one. I guess I wanted the two together. I wanted these two to remain together. The siblings adopted into one home. This one was $250. So I don't know if that's a great price or what, but there's a piece of tape right there. Attached at both staples. Very tiny, I guess, ½ inch. Spine split right there. Pretty neat mummy cover. And information on this one faucet from July of 1952. It's a Bernard Bailey cover, 36 on the census, 32 of those being Blue Universal, and the highest is 9.4. So very nice. Here's a little bit of a close-up of how it looks. The mummy. You've got this guy looking at all the treasures, and the woman's like, uh-oh, we better get out of here. We're messing with the mummy. We're messing with the mummy's treasures. Paid $250 for this one. I think it's pretty decent. It's a little color loss right there on top. Just a little dot right there. Nice faucet book. All right, we've got Save that one for last. It's the only book I've ever owned out of that publication. Yeah, we'll look at this one. So this is Witchcraft number 3. I paid $135. So this was a pricey haul. You guys, it was pricey, but when are you ever going to see this grouping of books together? This is an Avon Publications, so Avon book. This one does have some tape on it as well. It's got a little tape up here, a little tape and then consistent tape from here on down. Witchcraft number 3. I love the cover with the spider web, the lady in the spider dress, like the spider web dress, the red spider, the Ghost Revenge, Better Off Dead, and 13th Clown. Yuck. This thing's crazy. Tales of the Supernatural. Avon books are so cool. Was thrilled to find this, and $135. I'd definitely buy that. If this book, I found it by itself for $135 all day, no question, no doubt. Attached at both staples. Maybe a little bit of spine splitting right here, just like an inch spine split, maybe right there. It is attached, but yeah, it's probably going to be like that 2.0 range, just because the spine's kind of nasty a little bit right here. I don't know, maybe 3.0. It's pretty consistent that I say those grades, but pretty decent looking at lower grade books. $135 for this one. Love it. Avon. It's so good. I couldn't pass this one up. But to find it in a collection like this, like I said, paid up quite heavily, but for some of these ones, I mean, $65, $70, you can't really say no to that. Next one up is another Avon. This is Witchcraft number 1. I paid $225 for this one. This one has tape, one continuous piece of tape, it looks like, from top to bottom. You've got a little bit of spine splitting from the staple, which is attached. Both staples are attached. And I do check the inside covers. Obviously, I counted all the pages on these books just to make sure everything was jiving correctly. This book looks really nice. I think someone called this a headlights cover. But you've got the scientist there in the background. You've got the lady. They called it a headlights cover because of the lady. Witchcraft number 1. Amazing, amazing book. Information on this one. March and April of 1952. This was July and August of 1952. This is a Jean Fawcett cover. And the highest, there's 24 on the census. 23 of those are blue. Label 9.2 is the highest grade on that one. This one, March and April of 1952, Avon. 41 on the census, 36 of those being blue universal, and 9.0 is the highest on this. So $225 for this one. That might be max value. I don't know. I'm not sure. Especially in the condition that it's in. Probably about that 3.0 condition. I would like to submit one or two of these with the tape on just to see what happens. But then again, I like the art in some of these. The last book up is a pretty cool book. I'm happy to own an Ajax Farrell book. This is Voodoo number 4, I think. It doesn't say it on the cover, but it is Voodoo number 4. Ajax Farrell is the publisher. So you'll see this is kind of that indicator of that brand. An Ajax, a Farrell publication. So Ajax Farrell. And this one is from November of 1952. There is Matt Baker art included within the pages of this. 27 on the census. All of those are blue label universal. And the highest on this one is a 9.0. And I paid $100 for this one. So I paid up pretty heavily for this micro collection. And I may be going back tomorrow for some more. So stay tuned for another haul. That's it, you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed these books. These are just stuff you don't see all the time. You don't see these ones together available for sale in like a record store or a private sale. So I'm pretty confident right now. This may not be the highest graded, and I know people have opened up or had hauls where there's much, much more value potentially. But with this stack of books from this one shop, I would say that I've had probably one of the greatest pre-code horror hauls on YouTube at the moment. So if you enjoyed this, please do give a thumbs up. Love those affirmations. Leave a comment down below what you thought of these books. Were there any that you're like, oh, in that condition, man, you're kind of getting hosed? I don't know. I don't know a lot about these books or what they're graded. I just haven't done the research because it really hasn't been on my radar. I'm buying like Golden Age Superman, trying to buy some timely stuff, some better standard Nidor stuff. So just trying to look at those things. And when these things present themselves, I've got to go for them. And then when I go for them, I really fall in love with them and enjoy them. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Thank you so much. Drop any knowledge down below. There's been amazing comments in the last video. So if you want to even just go back and read some of the comments on the last video with the Black Cat and the Chamber of Chills and the Venus, some really, really knowledgeable people in the community. So I really do appreciate it. Just keep it positive. Keep it, if people are dogging, delete. So anyways, hopefully you guys are well. I'll talk to you on the next one. See you. Bye.